Like, you don't want sex?
Well, I do, but my husband has this thing about, monogamy.
Good for you, and good for the two of you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. We are at Shadow Rock, field number 4, here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. It is a really pretty day. Pretty, the operative word here, because it is also a very windy day. Las Vegas had a cold front come through very late last night that turned the winds around from the southwest to the northwest and gave us some gusts that at times today, have exceeded as much as 35 to 45 miles an hour. Our game here this afternoon, the fourth game of our 4 that we're doing here before we take a break, is going to be a loser's bracket game between the Los Angeles Thunder and the Dallas Force. Thunder is going with much of the same lineup they had in the previous game, with one exception. Kevin McCone is going to be the catcher in place of Eric Straker. We'll give you that lineup as we go along. The first batter is the pitcher, Juan Contreras, and he lines one foul down the third base line. I'm Rich Siegel, along with Dr. Joel Tremblay. Our on-site engineers today are Tyler Forster, Mitch Barnes, and Lance Elliott Turner. Our off-site producer back in San Diego is Roman Jimenez. We want to welcome you to an AB Division game. We have seen both of these teams in previous games this afternoon, so this one will eliminate one of them. That pitch is way high and illegal, so Contreras and Carl Powell, his pitching counterpart, doing battle here in the top of the first. There's a line drive off James Clark's glove. He stumbles, recovers, and throws not in time. The ball gets away from Mike Herr, the first baseman, but there'll be no further advancement by Contreras. And so that'll bring up Sam Myers, the shortstop. Sam Myers, in the previous game, did have a double and scored a run. First pitch to him, that pitch a little high. He thought about offering to it, but that was a little short as well. And so Sam Myers is ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Some uniform numbers we can see, others not so much, because it's a little chilly here. That front did drop temperatures this morning into the 50s. It felt like we were here for the Sin City instead of Vegas. This tournament moved from the normal late August, early September time frame to this time frame to account for all the heat that Las Vegas had during the summer and towards the latter part of the summer into early fall. Sam Myers takes a walk, and it'll be runners at first and second.
Yeah, try to avoid the heat. It still has been pretty warm up to, as you mentioned today, when things shifted and we got a lot of wind. So warm. According to Tesla, it is 73 degrees out there, but it does not feel like that in the wind.
Not at all. Edgar Fonseca, the batter, he plays the middle fielder position, and he takes the first pitch. Here's the next one. That pitch high and way outside. Runners at first and second and nobody out. Here's the next pitch. Is hit in the air to center field. Center fielder coming on, and makes the running catch. Contreras will tag, and he will go to third. It is a 5-man infield for Force. The middle fielder is Ryan Littlejohn. Hunter Henderson is playing center field for the Force. There are 1 out, and 2 on here. And the first pitch is bounced, took a bad hop, and over the third baseman's glove on into left field for a base hit.
And that is going to score Contreras, and we have our first run of the game. Thunder leading 1-0 now.
And that'll bring up Rob Turner. Rob Turner is this team's shortstop. Sam Myers, by the way, does not play shortstop. He plays second. All right, Rob Turner takes the first pitch for a ball. And the next pitch is a ball. Three balls and a strike. And there is a strike. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that pitch is a strike called. and that is a strike 3 called.
Turner clearly thought it was a ball, thought he was off strolling to first when the umpire made that slightly late call, but a strike it was, and that's 2 down.
Brady Carlson will be the batter. 1 run in the inning. There are runners at first and second. Now there are 2 out. You have 2 out as well?
I have 2 out as well.
Okay, good. And the first pitch to Brady Carlson is a pitch low. Looks like it may have bounced on the plate for a ball. Hakeem Wilkins would bat next if this matter. Carlson keeps the inning going. Carl Powell's pitch. Strike called. And the next one is a ball, and the bases will be loaded.
Bases loaded for Hakeem Wilkins.
All right, Hakeem Wilkins is the right fielder. He takes the first pitch for a ball. In the on-deck circle is Matt Worthy. Again, a 5-man infield played by Force. And Carl Powell's pitch. He swings and grounds one up the middle, on into the center field for a base hit. This will score 1. The other runners move up 90 feet, or however the distance is. Nevertheless, Sam Myers does score, and it is the second run of the game. And here is Matt Worthy. Matt Worthy takes a ball.
And that ball's hit out to center field. Rolling towards, got in quickly. 1 more run scored. I think that was Cerati coming across the plate.
I'm sorry about that. We were trying to get some people to move because they were standing right in front of the fence. And so here is Jason Bradshaw Lopez with Kevin McCombs in the on-deck circle. And the first pitch to him is short for a ball. The bases are still loaded. And the next pitch. Swung on and lined into left center field. That ball is down for a hit. 1 run will score. And everybody moves up another base. Brady Carlson scores. And here is Kevin McCombs. Kevin is his team's catcher for this game. And the next pitch to him is grounded to the shortstop. James Clark will go to third. Throw was wide, but it was a nice recovery by the third baseman. And the inning is over. I'm going to have you total the runs because I was busy doing something else.
So I have it as 4 runs in. There were out at third. There were 2 left on and 3 outs. So I think we will be back at the top of the lineup for the when we start the second inning for the Thunder. The Force coming up for the bottom half of the inning. And when we do these changeovers, we'd like to take a moment to tell you about some of our wonderful sponsors who help the Cloud Sports Network bring you this coverage and help the International Pride Softball World Series. And the sponsor we want to talk about now is the NGLCC, which is the National Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce. The National LGBT Chamber of Commerce is the largest advocacy organization dedicated to expanding economic opportunities and advancements for LGBTQ people, and the exclusive certifying body for LGBTQ-owned businesses. NGLCC is proud to once again sponsor International Pride Softball and the Gay Softball World Series. They are a great group. They recently had, I believe, their annual convention in Palm Springs.
I used to be a member of that Auguste group. All right, we go to the bottom of the first inning. The Force trails in the ball game by the score of 4-0. And the leadoff batter, they've made a bit of a change in their lineup from the previous game that we saw them play. Connor Henderson will lead off. He'll be followed by Ryan Littlejohn, Mike Kerr, and James Clark will be in the hole after that. Juan Contreras is the pitcher for Los Angeles, and he throws, and the first pitch is bounced right back to the pitcher, and the out is made. That's out number 1 in the home half of the first. That'll bring up Ryan Littlejohn, the middle fielder. Littlejohn bats from the right side. We congratulate him and his wife, Jamie. They had another child, another girl, so they have 3 girls, and the oldest is the son. So congratulations, Ryan and Jamie. All right, first pitch to Ryan is a ball. And the next one. Swung on and bounced to the second baseman. And they were played at first in time, and that is the second out here in the bottom of the first, and we'll bring up the left-handed hitting Mike Kerr.
Kerr reached twice in one of the earlier games when we watched the Texas Force play.
And he swings and bounces one to the first baseman. And to the base he goes. The first baseman for Los Angeles is Matt Worthy, and he makes the unassisted putout. The inning is over. Nothing across, no runs, no hits, and no one left on base. To the top of the second we go, and the score remains the LA Thunder 4 and the Force nothing here on the Cloud Sports Network.
Can we do an interview about Absolute next half inning?
Sure.
Or you want to wait? We can wait. Next game.
Well, that would be during Friday Night Lights.
Can you slide me in for an Absolute half inning interview?
Sure.
What inning are we in?
Bottom of the first, the top of the second.
Oh, you want to wait at the top of the third?
Okay. All right, we are heading to the top of the second for the Thunder, and the top of the order for the Thunder, too, as the pitcher, Juan Contreras, will be the leadoff batter to start this half of the second inning. Contreras, in his first at-bat, reached on an error by the shortstop, and he'll try to get something started here as his team is ahead 4-0. He hits another grounder to the shortstop on 2 hops, a lob throw to first base, and he's out. First pitch swinging, and a 2-hopper to the shortstop. That'll bring up Sam Myers, who reached and scored in the first inning. He scored the second run of the game for his team. Second baseman stands in from the right side. And the first pitch is a ball. Later on here, we're going to be speaking with Business Development Director Sam Lehman. We'll do that in the top of the third. There's a fly ball hit foul down the right side and out of play, heading to the base of the mountains. Here's waits, and here's the next delivery. Swung on and bounced underneath the third baseman's dive and on into left field for a base hit. So Sam on for the second time in this game, and that'll bring up Edgar Fonseca. A first pitch by Carl Powell is a ball. And the next one is way short for a ball. I like your mapping here on your vehicle. And that pitch is a ball, and so it'll be a walk, and that'll put runners at first and second. And that'll bring up John Cerati.
If you ask those guys, they'll tell you who he is.
Two out in the inning, and one out in the inning rather, and runners at first and second, and Cerati, the batter, swung on and hit out into left field. That ball is down for a hit. Around third and on his way home is Myers. Meanwhile, the other runner, Fonseca, held at second base, and it's now 5-0. And that'll bring up Rob Turner. He took a called third strike in his first at-bat. Here's a grounder to short. Flip to second for one. On to first. Excuse me. Double play. I tried to stifle that as long as I could, but boy, the dust is just getting to me. Nevertheless, a run did score here in the top of the second inning, and we go to the bottom of the second. Our new score is the Thunder 5 and the Force 0 here on the Cloud Sports Network.
And we'll take this time to tell you about another one of our sponsors, and that sponsor is Columbia, the Columbia Consulting Group. The 2024 Gay Softball World Series was brought to you in part by Columbia Consulting Group. Columbia has been a supporting partner of International Pride Softball for several years. This New York-based technology company is a proud certified LGBTQ supplier. Columbia wishes good luck to all the teams in this year's Gay Softball World Series.
James Clark is going to be the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the second. And we should mention, before he steps in, there was an injury to one of the Force player, Grayson Chavez, in their earlier game, and so he is out for today. I don't know what that does for him for tomorrow. Still don't know what his injury is. James Clark fouls one down the left side. So his place in the lineup was taken by Sean Ryan. Two strikes the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter and the shortstop for the Force, James Clark. He swings and lifts one foul to the right side. So he's going both ways. It's another foul. His at-bat will have ended. Pitch is outside for a ball. It's 2-2. There's a swing and a fly ball hit out into right field. Right fielder ranges over to his left. And he makes the catch for the out. That's out number 1 in the bottom of the second. And that'll bring up Nate Cassidy. He's the right fielder for his team. He had a good game in their earlier game. And against Ufaka, the first pitch to him is a ball. And the next pitch is a strike called. 2-2. Swing and a fly ball hit out into right center field. That ball is off the glove of the center fielder, and it bounces to the warning track. Cassidy, with good speed, will head to third, and he stands up with a triple. Here again, it looked like the wind might have affected that.
Just from watching today, as you say, it looks like the wind is knocking things down because fielders make it look like they have a beat on the ball, and then all of a sudden it's dropping and they're sliding or diving for it.
Oscar Arcos, the batter, and he, I believe, is their catcher. And the first pitch to him is a ball. Here's the next pitch. He swings and bounces one beyond the pitcher and the shortstop on into center field for a hit. Cassidy scores. It's the first run of this game scored by the Force. They now trail 5-1 on the base hit by Arcos. Josh Heward will be the batter. He is their third baseman, He also bats from the right side. And the first pitch to him is a strike. And the next pitch is a ball inside, ball 2, 2-2. Five to 1 is our score, and that'll be a walk for Josh Heward. So that'll put runners at first and second for Carl Powell. Pitcher to pitcher in this battle, and the first pitch is a ball, 2-1. Powell swings and lifts one down the right field line. It looks like it's carrying into foul territory. No, it drops in for a hit. We lose sight of the ball here from where we are in right field. So 2 runs are going to score, and Powell motors in the second with a 2-run double, and that makes our score 5-3.
Yeah, I think that ball is carrying out in towards the line out there in right field. We've seen a couple of those. Remember one earlier where what looked like a pop-up almost behind second base ended up midway to first. So it seems to be blowing that way. I think it's hard to catch up sometimes out there.
It really is, yes. Sean Ryan is the batter. And again, Sean Ryan is taking Grayson Chavez's place in this game due to the injury.
And we hope he's okay, whatever it was.
Yes, there's something going on down in right field, but again, our view obstructed by the stands. So it would be pure speculation. The pitcher is holding the ball. I can see that the right fielder, from what limited view I have, is up. It looks like he might have tweaked something, would be my only guess.
If you're watching the broadcast, you can see on our feed that we have ViiV up there in the top right corner of the broadcast. ViiV is a pharmaceutical company that is dedicated to medications for treating and preventing HIV. Wonderful company. See them at a lot of different conferences, really trying to help out. And they have a new option for pre-exposure prophylaxis, which is an injectable. So if you don't want to take a pill every day, you can take an injection every couple months.
All right, Sean Ryan will stand in. We're back to and playing again. And the first pitch by Contreras to Sean Ryan is a strike called, a delay by the home plate umpire. Here's the next delivery. And there's a swing and a line drive into left field for a hit. All right, Omar Zabanye is running for Carl Powell, and he will score easily. Meanwhile, Ryan on into second base and safe.
Just beats the throw there, and just like that, it's 5-4, and the Force are within a run of tying this game up.
And that'll bring up Blake Gray. There is just the one out here on the bottom of the second. And the first pitch to Gray. Swings and he grounds one into right field for a hit as Ryan comes around third, but he will be held by Mike Harwell, the third base coach. No reason with one out to try to risk anything. We'll head back to the top of the order. Connor Henderson, who hit the first pitch of the game and bounced back to the pitcher, will bat with a chance to tie the ball game and maybe give his team the lead. By 4, our score. Henderson swings and he hits a fly ball deep into right center field. Center fielder ranging over to his left makes the catch. It'll be an easy tag up and score. And Sean Ryan crosses the plate to tie the game at 5 apiece.
Henderson looked like he was not happy with that swing, got under it, but certainly good enough to get the run home, so not too upset about an RBI, I wouldn't think.
Ryan Littlejohn, the batter, he bounced to the second baseman in the first inning. The other runner, by the way, held first base. Blake Gray. First pitch to Littlejohn. It's a strike called. milliseconds. That pitch, outside for a ball. It is 2-2. Inside ball 3. Littlejohn swings and lines one fair down the line and into the left field corner. It'll be at least a double. Left fielder heading just now catching up to the ball, and Littlejohn into second base with the double. Meanwhile, Blake Gray did score, and it is now 6-5 for the Force.
And that's going to bring Mike Kerr to the plate, and they will have batted around in this inning.
Mike Kerr hit one to the first baseman in the first inning. He's batting third in this lineup. He was the cleanup batter in an earlier game that we did, and he takes a pitch inside for a ball. Littlejohn at second base, that pitch illegal, ball 3. The on-deck hitter is James Clark, who started this inning with an out. Mike Kerr takes a strike. It's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that pitch is lined into right field for a hit. Littlejohn coming around third. He will be held by Mike Harwell. The relay throw comes in, gets by the pitcher, but backed up by Kevin McComb, the catcher, and it'll be first and third with 2 out. And for the second time this inning, James Clark will be the batter. He hit a fly ball to right field in his previous bat in this inning. And he takes the first pitch for a strike.
And you know, since he made an out at the beginning of the inning, he wants a hit here because otherwise he's buying drinks.
And there's a sharp ground ball hit off the third baseman. It looked like it hit him in the arm and bounced to the middle fielder. There was no play. Littlejohn did score. Kerr safe at second, and James Clark on at first base for Nate Cassidy. Cassidy hit a triple in his first at-bat this inning, and he takes the first pitch deemed illegal for a ball.
And our score now 7-5 in favor of the Dallas Force.
There's a swing and a base hit to right. Grounded to the second baseman and on to first base for the out. 7 runs did score for the Force here in the bottom of the second. We go to the top of the third. Our score now, Force 7, Thunder 5 on the Cloud Sports Network.
And Rich, I believe we will be bringing an interview with Sam Lehman again, as you mentioned, the Business Development Director for International Pride Softball. So I am going to leave you and see if I can find him to turn over my microphone.
Thank you. LA scored 4 runs in the top of the first and then 1 in the top of the second. They are the visiting team. And in this inning, in this half inning, they're going to be batting Rob Turner, Brady Carlson, and Akeem Wilkins.
I'm going to let you get in the driver's seat.
AB
literally.
division game. This is a loser's elimination game. And a cute man just walked into our broadcast booth. Our broadcast booth today, thanks to the man that just walked in, is a Tesla.
Hi, Richard.
Are you ready? Gives me much pleasure to introduce to those of you who are watching today Sam Lehman, who is the Business Development Director of International Pride Softball. But before we get into what you wanted to talk about, tell our listeners and our viewers what it is that you have done to bring gay softball to the forefront in business development.
I think more or less told the story of where players were at one time and how they joined the league and how they became better human beings and made friends. So, excuse me, when I spoke to corporate America, I spoke about more of the stories that were behind the league as opposed to balls and strikes and divisions. And that story resonated to the point where we have, many, many, many corporations around the country now backing our endeavors and backing our association.
So today you wanted to chat a little bit about Absolute?
Yeah.
Can you please tell us, first of all, what can you tell us about Absolute and specifically, well, let's first talk about how they became part of us.
Yeah, they are our latest and greatest partner with iPride. They were actually the first company, one of the first companies to advertise in LGBT media. with ads, both After Dark and Black and Blade back in 1981. So those were LGBT publications many, many moons ago. And Absolute was the first company to say, I'm going to go there and appeal to a demographic that is probably ignored. And that turned out to be a long-lasting friendship. The LGBT community is very loyal to its branding.
What do you know about their company?
Well, since then, they've continued to support many partnerships, not only us, but GLAAD, Out, and Equal, while sponsoring events like Las Vegas Pride and now the Gay Softball World Series. So they are very intentional about their recognizing the LGBT demographic and giving them support, love, and recognition. In this case, they were very generous financially with us, and it takes enormous amounts of money to put on a tournament of this size. And Absolute was generous and kind, and were there for us when we needed them.
Where do we go from here? What's next on your list? Who are you going to make the relationships with next?
Well, I'm a sports fanatic. I absolutely love to, talk to companies. When we were able to connect with Major League Baseball, that made sense. There was a clear line between softball and baseball. But the truth is, our not only our fans, but our players, much like yourself, are also football fanatics, basketball fanatics.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that the crossover is easy to understand, and I would love to have the NBA, and I would love to have the NFL backing us and supporting us and partnering with us.
We were all thrilled when you got Major League Baseball. I mean, that was just one of the big feathers in the many feathers that you have in your cap.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It took quite a bit of effort, and they've come and supported us at probably a lower level the first year, and we all reported back. Here's what we did with your funding. Here's what the recognition was. And the bottom line is the average player out there, they just felt connected, and they felt if Major League Baseball recognizes us, we've made it. So it was a big thing to us, and they have since supported us with larger financial contributions, and we've given them more of a footprint here at iPride, for sure.
I had another question that just escaped me, Sam, and I apologize. I remember it now. What was the feedback that you got from the business community when the name of our association was changed to International Pride Softball from North American Gay Amateur Athletic Alliance? Was there any question for any of the people that you work with?
Well, the problem was we had such a historical name, but the acronym was very long. And in today's world, acronyms that are 3 or 4 letters. Ours was quite a few more than that. So it was. I think it was a difficult explanation of what NAGA was. They didn't understand the association part. So when the minds of iPride got together and said, how do we make this simple, clear, concise? We came with iPride Softball. Pride represents really everyone. You could allies, gays, lesbians, trans. I mean, Pride, everyone falls under that umbrella. So I thought it was a perfect name, and the business community gets it.
Sam, thank you.
My pleasure.
Not
Rich.
only for coming on and speaking with us today, but for all that you have done on behalf of International Pride Softball in getting us on the map in other areas across the spectrum.
Well, you're very kind, Rich. Thank you very much.
And thanks for the suggestion of having us do these broadcasts from this car, because it's been nice not having to eat dust.
Yeah, I'm sure you like it. I know you asked for a Bentley, but this is the best we could do.
All right, Sam, thank you. That's Sam Lehman, Business Development Director of International Pride Softball, graciously coming in to speak with us about Absolute Vodka and his role in making NAGA, International Pride Softball, the success that it is. Thanks again, Sam.
Take care, my friend.
You too. All right, leadoff batter here in the bottom of the third inning is Oscar Arcos, and he hits one out into right center field. And the catch was made, and so the first out made in the inning. And that'll bring up Josh Heward. And the first pitch to Heward is a strike. And the next one is lifted in the air, foul to the right side. It's a count of 1-2. Carl Powell is in the on-deck circle. Our score is 7-6. And the next pitch is a ball. And there's a swing and a line drive hit out into right center field. That ball is caught. And that is out number 2 for Carl Powell. I don't think, Joel, that Sam realizes the tremendous impact that he has had on our association, International Pride Softball. I don't think he quite realizes all the work that he's done and the benefit that we have derived because of it.
Yeah, it's phenomenal, the sponsors that we've had over the years, the ones we have now, beverage companies. But my favorite, the best work is just to think that Major League Baseball partners with an LGBTQ plus softball organization in basically every city. I know in San Diego we love our Padres. We were the Friar Faithful, hoping they got one more, would get one more round into the playoffs, but alas.
I know your pain being a Phillies fan. All right, Carl Powell, the batter. And the count is 3 balls and 2 strikes, and here's the next delivery. Swung on and lined into right field for a base hit. So he's a 2-out base runner who will no doubt be given a courtesy runner, and there he is, Omar Zabanye. From Austin, Texas. Pickup player for this tournament for Mike Harwell's Force. The batter is going to be Sean Ryan, who doubled and scored in his first at-bat in the second inning. It is amazing. Here's a ground ball. Oh, a line drive right back to the pitcher, and the inning is over. No runs scored in the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. No, the top of the 5th inning. Thunder leads Force by the score of 7-6 on the Cloud Sports Network. Wes, would you move, please? Both of you. Because we're broadcasting. All right, we are about to play the top of the 4th inning. It is 7-6 in favor of the Force over the Thunder. And it will be Thunder's at-bat here.
And we talked about some of the folks who got injured. Another one of the sponsors that Sam worked on, I think, is Cintas, which is another great company.
Yes.
And all of the managers, I believe, when they came, got first aid kits for this tournament.
Yes.
Wonderful thing to have, and another great partnership that we have.
Edgar Fonseca will lead off here in the 4th inning. And the first pitch by Carl Powell is a ball, count ball 2, strike 1. And the next one is a strike called. It's 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch is hit to right field for a hit. There's a huge hole on that side of the infield. It's going to be a double for Edgar Fonseca, and he is a leadoff runner here in the 4th inning with his team trailing by 1. John Cerati, the batter. He's hit into a double play in this game. And he takes the first pitch for a strike. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The next one, swung on and bounced to the shortstop. Clark backhands, comes up throwing. And Mike Kerr looks like, I think he might have dropped the ball.
I think that's right. So I think everybody's safe. Fonseca's still at second, couldn't advance on that ball to the shortstop, and then Cerati beat it out, or as you say, the ball was dropped. Foul ball here.
There is a foul ball lifted to the right side and out of play by Rob Turner, the shortstop. first and second, tying run at second base for Thunder. There's a swing and a roller to third. He'll go to the middle fielder for one, over to first, and safe. On the play, Fonseca to third. The putout is 5 to the middle fielder, 10. 5 to 10 for the first out, and a fielder's choice for Rob Turner will bring up Brady Carlson. And he takes the first pitch for a ball.
Carlson Picky had a walk and a run scored in the first inning.
He swings and hits a high fly ball, shallow right center field. The ball's got a little movement to it, but the second baseman ranging to his right stayed with it all the way, makes the catch, and that is out number 2.
And the runner at third thought about it, but the second baseman wisely ready to gun it home and held the runner at third after that catch.
Akeem Wilkins will be the batter. Matt Worthy moves into the on-deck circle. Wilkins has scored a run for his team. His team trails by 1. Runners at the corners, 2 out. And here is the first pitch to him. That pitch is inside for a ball, 2 balls and a strike. The next one, swung on and grounded to the shortstop. He'll run to the bag himself, and that's the force out. Turner forced at second base. The inning is over. Shortstop unassisted. No runs scored for the Thunder here in the top of the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth, and our score is still the Force 7 and the Thunder 6 here on the Cloud Sports Network. It'll be the bottom of the order to lead off.
Hello, Portable AC. Hello, Topo Chico. Topo Chico Hard Seltzer with added minerals for a crisp taste.
10th batter in their lineup. We're ready to go. Contreras' first pitch of the 5th inning is a strike called. Here's the next one, and that pitch is outside. 2-2. Swing and a bouncing ball up the middle, backhanded by the second baseman. He drops it, and no play from the middle fielder, so we'll go as a leadoff single for Blake Gray here, and that's how the 5th inning starts. No, the 4th inning starts for the Force. Connor Henderson, the batter. Bounce to the pitcher, sacrifice fly RBI in the 2nd, and he bats for the 3rd time in this game. His first offering is swung on, hit in the air to right center field. Right fielder ranging over to his right makes a backhanded catch, and that's a long out by Connor Henderson.
Very long. I thought that one might be able to get out of here. Haven't seen too many home runs over the fence today.
We haven't. When you said it, I hadn't thought about that until you brought it up. You're right. Ryan Littlejohn, the batter. And there is a line drive on into right center field for a base hit, giving chase as the center fielder, Cerati. Run will score as Blake Gray hesitated, but then decided to come on in anyway because the relay throw had not even reached the relay man. And so that is another run and increases the lead to 8-6.
I am guessing that it is another effect of the wind, which is sort of blowing in from that direction. And so I think that may be holding some of those balls up and pushing them into further into right field or into foul territory.
Second extra base hit for Littlejohn in this game. Mike Kerr will be the batter with a chance to add to his team's lead. And the first pitch to Kerr, inside, 2-1. There's a swing and a line drive into right center field for a base hit. Kerr's hit goes all the way to the fence. Littlejohn will score. Kerr into second. Back-to-back doubles. Played another run, and it's 9-6. James Clark, the batter. Fly to right, singled. And the first pitch to Clark. He swings and hits one in the air, foul to the right side and out of play. The next one from Contreras is inside for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nate Cassidy in the on-deck circle. And there's a solid hit into left field off the third baseman's glove. It deflects to the line and goes all the way just shy of the fence. Kerr scores. It's the third run of the inning, and it is now 10-6.
Back-to-back-to-back doubles. Don't see that every day.
No. And Nate Cassidy now. First pitch to Nate is a ball. Next one. He swings and hits one in the air to deep left field. It'll stay in the park. Catch is made. No tag. Two outs.
2 outs and 3 runs in and a runner on second.
And here's Oscar Arcos, the catcher. First pitch to Oscar is a ball. There's a swing and a liner right back to the pitcher. Contreras makes the catch, and that is the inning. However, 3 runs do score for the Force here in the bottom of the 4th. We head to the top of the 5th, and our new score, Force 10, Thunder 6, here on the Cloud Sports Network.
And again, these elimination games will run 60 minutes unless there's a run rule, which doesn't look like it's coming into play in this game. So no new inning after 60 minutes, or if they finish 7 innings, that would also be the end of the game. But we've got a little more softball for sure in this game with the Thunder coming up.
Matt Worthy is going to be the leadoff batter. It's the bottom 3 in the order: Worthy, Bradshaw, Lopez, and McCombs. The uniform numbers on this team remind me of the numbers on the LA Rams. Nice and big, easy to read. White on a blue background, on a blue shirt. Easy to read. Carl Powell returns to toe the rubber, and he will face Worthy to start the 5th inning. And the first pitch about to be delivered here to start the 5th, and here it is. Swing and a ground ball to the right side, fielded by the second baseman over to first in time for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Blake Gray, the second baseman for the Force, on to Mike Kerr. That'll bring up Jason Bradshaw Lopez. And the first pitch to him. Swung on and hit a 2-hopper to Clark. On his knees, throws a strike to first. 2 pitches and 2 outs for Kevin McCombs.
Seemed like he had time to get up there, just didn't want to.
I'll tell you what, he's just got a cannon.
It was a beautiful throw.
And the first pitch to McCombs is taken for a strike. On deck hitter is the pitcher, Juan Contreras. There's a fly ball hit deep to left field, but it will stay in the park. A 4-pitch inning, 4 pitches for Carl Powell, and he's done. He's going back to the dugout. No runs here in the top of the 5th. We go to the home half of the 5th inning. The score remains the Force 10 and the Thunder 6 on the Cloud Sports Network.
getting together over there, might be doing a cheer or something. But still, game is still going. Thunder getting out on the field.
In the fifth inning, it will be the bottom three of this team's order. So that will be Carl Powell, Sean Ryan, and Blake Gray. We'll remind you that after this game is over, we will take a well-deserved, I will say, a well-deserved break for a few hours until the start of Friday Night Lights. And we have two more games after this one, but again, a little bit later once the sun does go down, and that chill will be even more pronounced than it is right now. Carl Powell looks like it's...
I think that's Josh.
It's Josh Heward. Okay, Josh Heward takes the first pitch for a ball. I see where my mistake was. James Clark looks like he has injured himself as he walks in front of us. And the next pitch is hit on into left center field. That is down for a base hit. Brady Carlson gets the ball back in. It'll be a leadoff single for Josh Heward, and the batter will be the aforementioned Carl Powell.
Actually, I think he caught that, Rich.
Did he?
I think so.
Okay. And Carl Powell gets a single. I'm glad you're here to keep me honest.
It is. It's a tough angle here to see what's going down, and sometimes there's people in front of us. But yep, that ball hooked over to him in left field, made the catch and got it in.
All right, here's Sean Ryan. There'll be a runner again for Carl Powell with Omar Zabanye, that runner. This into right center field for a hit. Zabanye on his way to third base will make it easily first and third and one out. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Blake Gray, with a runner in scoring position. Our game is 10-6. And he swings and hits one to the right side and on into the outfield for a hit. Zabanye scores. Ryan to third. It'll be first and third and one out.
Close play at third, but runner in safe. And as you mentioned, trailing runner was not able to get to second, so Gray's still over there at first, bringing up Henderson.
11-6 the score. Connor Henderson, the batter, bounced to first, hit a sacrifice fly to center, and hit a fly ball to right. He does have an RBI. And the first pitch to him. He swings and rolls one into right field for a hit. Nope. I don't know what's happened on that. Okay, the first baseman makes the play, and that's the putout. Again, we lose sight of the ball once it gets past the first baseman because of the stands that are covering us, or that are covering up that play directly in front of us. Anyway, second and third now for Ryan Littlejohn, who has 2 doubles and 2 runs scored and an RBI. And the first pitch to him in the hole to left field for a hit. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. No play at the plate, although there was a nice slide by Blake Gray. And
that's 3 in so far in the inning, so our new score, I believe, is 13-6 in favor of the Force.
And yes.
This is the 5th inning, so I said it probably wasn't going to come into play, and here we go, Rich. If they get 3 more runs, then they would be ahead 10 in the bottom half of the 5th, and that would end the ball game.
Mike Kerr will be the batter. He has bounced to the first baseman, has a single, a double, 2 runs scored, takes the first pitch for a ball, takes the next pitch and lines one in that vacated hole into right field for a hit. Littlejohn to second, Kerr safe at first, and James Clark the batter. Clouds look like they're starting to roll in a few more. It's not as bright as it was about 15 minutes ago. And of course, we are getting close to sundown here, too. Clark swings and lines one foul over the fence in left field for a foul ball for a strike.
I think Clark may be trying to end this with one swing of the bat. He took a rip at that one.
13-6 our score. The next one is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Contreras works quickly, and Clark hits one high and deep down the left field line, but it is way foul. And so he has used his courtesy. Omar Zabanye is in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch to Clark. Pop-up. Pitcher calling for it, makes the catch. That's the inning, but 3 more runs did come across for the Force, and we go to the 6th. Now our score is the Force 13 and the Thunder 6 here on the Cloud Sports Network.
And I'm not 100% sure exactly where we are with time, but there can't be too much time left in this game. So if the Thunder are going to get back in this game, they're going to have to get some runs in this inning.
And they have the top of the order to start the 6th inning: Contreras, Myers, and Fonseca. So it's the top of the order for this team. They scored 4 in the first, 1 in the second, and 1 in the third, and that has been their scoring. They did not score in the 4th nor the 5th. First pitch, illegal for a ball. And here's Carl Powell's pitch. Is a ball. It's 3-1. The 3-1 delivery. And he walked. Good start to the 6th inning for Force. They trail by 7. And the first pitch coming to Sam Myers. And that pitch is a ball. Which is a ball, 3-1. Here's the next delivery. And he walked.
And I think that's 6 balls in a row, Rich, so struggling out there a little bit. Again, got to be hard to pitch today with the wind gusts.
Yes. Edgar Fonseca will be the batter.
Looks like they're just chatting, calming him down a little bit. Doesn't look like anybody's thinking of moving. 2 walks, I mean, it's not what you want, but probably with 7-run lead, you can give a little more of a leash here before you got to make a change.
Exactly. And that first pitch is out of the strike zone. It's another ball. 2-1. Delivery. There is a strike call, 2-2. Carl Powell's been around for an awfully long time. He knows how to recover and recover quickly. There is a fly ball hit out into right field. That is a base hit. It'll be bases loaded and nobody out. And the batter is going to be the center fielder, John Cerati. First pitch to him hit the plate. And the next delivery is inside, 2-2. Rob Turner is in the on-deck circle, but this is Powell and Cerati, and that pitch is a strike. That step maybe should not have taken, the one that says I thought it was a ball, and he hits a ground ball to short. Clark backhands. He will throw to third and throws the ball away. A run has scored, and the fielder's choice results in no putout. And you could tell, look at him, he is limping very noticeably.
Yep, I think that's probably why he didn't get up on that throw we were talking about. And he looked like he was in some pain over here, and again now out of shortstop. So trying to make it through the game.
So it is now 13-7 as Contreras scored. There's a fly ball hit out into right field. The catch is made. It'll be a sacrifice fly. Myers scores, and Fonseca to third. Runner at first, held.
And that's 2 runs in the inning, so our score is now 13-8, still in favor of the Dallas Force.
And this is going to be Brady Carlson. He has a runner at third base, 1 out. Pitch is low for a ball. And that pitch is a strike. 2-2. There's a swing and a ground ball just under the glove of the middle fielder, Littlejohn. Fonseca scores, and on his way to to second is Cerati, but I think they may be running from. I think that's Sam Myers who was running for Cerati. That ball just under the glove of Littlejohn and on into center field, and that'll bring up Akeem Wilkins.
Yeah, it looked like Littlejohn had a line on that ball, and then it just kind of dived and took an odd hop for him.
Wilkins takes a strike called. The next one, swung on and bounced to the third baseman. He'll step on third for 1. And I guess that can't be. Is that the inning or the end of the game? I don't have a third out, but you know what? That is the end of the game.
That is the end of the game. It was a double play, actually. Looks like Wilkins didn't run. I don't know if he's injured as well, so they got the added third and then threw to first for the double play.
So, 2 more runs did score.
Yep, so 3 runs in the inning, I believe.
3.
So we are going to end the game at 13-9 in favor of the Dallas Force. And as Rich has said, we are going to sort of regroup here. We have a little bit of a break coming. We're going to start Friday Night Lights, and we will be back here with 2 more games in just a little while.
So thanks for being with us on the Cloud Sports Network. For Dr. Joel Tremblay, here in the broadcast booth, the Ken Scares broadcast booth, our off-site producer, Roman Jimenez, and our technical crew here on the field who are withstanding the dust and the elements of that strong, gusty wind. Lance Elliott Turner, Mitch Barnes, Tyler Forster, Rich Siegel saying we'll talk to you again in a few hours here on the Cloud Sports Network.